city.
It's never too late to set new goals and dreams. Let's talk about a new you with Dr. Woody.
You know, it can be fun, but it's also a lot of work too, isn't it? To reinvent yourself.
All of us at some point in our lives may find ourselves in a rut, and that's tough. Contentment is easy, right? It's easy to not make a change. But if you really want to have a fulfilling life, you got to sometimes step back and say, hey, I want to get out of this rut.
Sure.
And it's not an easy thing to do.
And it could be for your work, it could be for personal reasons.
Yeah, and when it comes to work, here's one of the challenges that we all have is typically our first job as an adult tends to dictate our career path for the rest of our lives.
Right.
So it may not be by choice. We've gone down this path because it's easy and it seems to build on itself. Sometimes you got to step back and question that. Am I really on the path that I want? Because a lot of times we get caught on the treadmill and we just keep going. Start by really questioning some of the assumptions you've made, because a lot of decisions you make have to do with what you've done before, not what you can do.
Okay, so you're saying be honest with yourself, ask a lot of questions, and even get other people's opinions.
Always get other people's opinions.
Sure.
Like, I mean, I do this for clients. We call it a 360, right? It's get all the people around you who are willing to be honest with you, though. Not your yes people or your placators, but people who they'll smack you in the face, essentially, and say, look, you got to knock this off, you got to make a change.
So once you have figured this out, right, you know what you want to do, then it requires some action.
You got to make a plan. A bottle of wine and a flip chart can solve a lot of problems and can help with brainstorming. My wife and I do this every year. We step back and we say, look, what do we want our year to be? And what do we want us to be about? And then we talk about ourselves individually and ourselves as a couple. Writing down what you're about, you may say, is that really what I want?
And I also think it's important, and you've mentioned this, to make sure that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. You do it in little pieces, right? Little chunks and realistic goals on yourself.
Yeah, there's a reason why the vast majority of people who make New Year's resolutions fail at them, because they're unrealistic, they're lofty, and there's no actual plan. You gotta set things in little tangible chunks, things you can accomplish. So you wanna make a change, you gotta figure out what are the things and the steps I gotta do to make that change. How do I measure them and hold myself accountable to those?
And with the clients that you work with, right, have you seen results?
I see results when they commit. When they commit and they make a plan, you have to have some discipline. So you gotta be constantly checking yourself, but also advertise it, tell others to hold you accountable, because if they're questioning you, you don't want to look stupid, right? So that's important.
And this also has to be constant.
We do start every year doing our flip chart and the bottle of wine to set the year, but we check ourselves every quarter. And we make it fun. You make it an event. It's a fun way to reconnect and talk about what your goals are and to measure.
Reinventing yourself.
Yeah, it's hard, but fun.
But worth it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dr. Woody, thanks so much.
Without a doubt, that's what it's all